I can't believe this. OpenAI's Realtime API just killed all the voice AI platforms. Or did they? Okay, to be blunt, for the AI phone calls, I think OpenAI's Realtime API is actually really bad. And let me tell you why. One, it costs way too much. You can literally pay a person to do all these phone calls. Two, it doesn't sound as good as what you would think because of the phone line. Let me show you a demo.
Salespeople often struggle with quickly engaging leads, following up, and managing multiple conversations at once. So salespeople often struggle with quickly engaging leads, following up, and managing multiple conversations.
But let me show you when it actually becomes really useful and how to get the most out of it. So by the end of this video, you'll learn when it actually makes sense to use OpenAI's Realtime API, how to build an AI agent with it in literally 2 minutes. I'll show you which platforms I'd recommend when it comes to actually using it in production and business. So which one sounds the best, which one you can white label, how much each costs, which one has the most useful features. But why listen to me? Well, I'm Samin. I've been building AI phone call agents for over 18 months, and I've been a software engineer for over 6 years. And I recently left Amazon to help businesses reactivate their lost leads with these AI sales agents. But enough about me, let's dive in and let me show you how to build an AI agent with the Realtime API really fast. Hey guys, I'm gonna show you how to create a phone call agent with the Realtime API like super fast in like 2 minutes. So, okay, all you got to do is you got to go to a platform like, let's say, Retail AI. There's a bunch more you can use, but this is just the easiest one to me. And then all you got to do is go create an agent. Okay, for single prompt agent, start from blank. Very simple, and just grab a prompt from somewhere. I'll put this on the description below just for you guys. You hit save. There's a lot of things you can do with it. You can enable a lot of functions. So let's say you wanted to book calendars for you wanted to do call transfers, etc. You can put a knowledge base in. You can put a lot of speech settings. I would say put this coffee shop in because it makes it sound a bit normal. And there we go. Yeah, there's a lot of other things you can mess with, but all you have to do is literally just this. Hit this drop down and then hit real time. And here you just go, I don't know, real time test agent to, I don't know. Okay. And then after that's done, all we need to do is go to the phone numbers. I already have a couple phone numbers, but if you don't, you can just buy one for like $2. And just here, you select the real time test agent 2, done. And all you got to do is make an outbound call. So I'll make it call me so you can see how it sounds. Okay. There we go. Hello?
Hey there. We just chatted over text. I've got a few questions for you to help get things rolling. Sound good?
Yeah, sure.
Great. First off, do you have any questions about what we build here?
What do you build?
I'm here to All right, here's the scoop. Salespeople often struggle with quickly engaging leads, following up, and managing multiple conversations at once. So we built AI employees that instantly respond to leads, persistently follow up, and juggle multiple conversations all at once.
Okay, so the platform I just showed you is Retail, but that's just one platform you can use. But I'll show you which platforms I'd recommend when it comes to advanced business use cases. There are a million platforms out there, but I'll only recommend a few just so you're not lost when it comes to voice calling agents. And it's these. So Retail, VAPI, Bland, and there's a lot more like SynthFlow, AirPlay, but those are more specific, and I'll go over those when we kind of need it for a specific use case. All right, so out of these, which one sounds the best? So there's Retail, VAPI, Bland, SynthFlow, let's say. In my opinion, Retail sounds the best out of all of these. VAPI is very close second, but I will say Bland and SynthFlow have their use cases. Like for example, if you're trying to do a lot of calls, then I'd say use Bland. So they're much cheaper to use as a platform. And then they have really good infrastructure for handling these call volumes best. Like for example, when me and my team were running 20K calls a day, we were using Bland. But let's cover the costs. To put this aside, the Realtime API, the callers, is way too much. It's gonna be like $1.50 a minute while you're using it, and it's not even as good. But a close second are Retail and VAPI, which is around 12 cents a minute, and Bland is the cheapest, around like 9 cents a minute. So this is just the base cost, but the very, very important thing you need to know is when it comes to the integrations and the features, because that's what actually makes these things different and useful when it comes to actually using it for different business use cases. So for example, let's say you're trying to connect it to your CRM. So most common CRMs that we use are Go High Level and HubSpot. So these CRMs, we can connect to actually all of these platforms using things like Zapier or just using a webhook. So all of them are pretty customizable, but the thing here is the ease of use, I will say, hands down goes to Bland, because check this out. This is their developer platform. You can literally go through and then they have a lot of pre-made tools, which you can get covered for 80% of use cases. For retail and VAPI, it's a bit more customizable and you kind of have to like dig around or be a bit more technical to use them. But for that, you actually do get a bit more quality in your voice agents. So Bland basically just has a bunch of pre-built zaps and automations that will cover 80% of business use cases. And if you're just starting out, I will say just play with that. And I think you'll learn a lot so you can advance platforms a lot better. But here's the thing. Let's say you want to do some newer things or some features that the Bland doesn't have. So let's say something like taking payments over phone, right? It's a lot easier to integrate it with stuff like retail or VAPI, just because for that, you need a little bit of technical knowledge. You can integrate it to all three, but I'll show you one with retail and VAPI. You can use this to literally take payments during your phone calls. So you can have an AI voice agent that are selling low ticket products. Let me show you an example.
And I'm here to help you pay for your flight to SFO on October 21st for $314.15. May I please have your credit card number? When you're finished entering the number, don't forget to press the pound sign. Thank you. Now, could you provide the expiration date on the card? Remember to press the pound sign when you're done. Perfect. What's the postal code associated with your billing address? Once you enter it, press the pound sign. Got it. Next, I'll need the 3-digit security code from the back of your card. Please press the pound sign when you're finished. Thanks so much. Hang on one second while I process your payment. You're all set.
So if you're slightly technical or even like an agency, you should be able to kind of customize and build the different features for businesses like these. But I didn't also forget about the Realtime API. That also has its use cases. And it gets really useful when you're trying to use, honestly, the phone app. And for example, let's say you're trying to get a lot of information, right? Let's say you have a bunch of docs and you need to kind of go back and forth to get a lot of information rapidly. I would say this is where these are use cases where the Realtime API really shines, mainly because check out this demo. Basically, what you can do is you can put all your documents into a knowledge base and you can use the Realtime API, chat with those documents in real time as if you're talking to a person. And there's some other really cool use cases. Like for example, check this out. So Marcus actually puts in a bunch of docs and he's just asking questions back and forth to see what the documents are about, so he doesn't have to read them as fast and he can get information super quickly. So here's the demo.
What physical standards for letters exist?
When it comes to the physical standards for letters sent through retail mail, here are the key points. 1. Weight limit. No piece of mail may weigh more than 70 pounds.
Basically, for now, the Realtime API's best use cases are using it kind of like a sounding board or like a mini VA that you can make do small tasks for you when you're lazy. Like check this out, where you can literally get AI to order food or control your computer.
Hey, can you go to Suvla's website and order a black sheep sandwich?
I'm on Suvla's website now. Let me look for the option to order a black sheep sandwich. I didn't find an option to order directly from the homepage. Let me check the navigation menu for a way to access the menu or place an order. I found the order online link in the navigation menu. Let me proceed to place an order for the black sheep sandwich. We're now at the online ordering page for Suvla. It seems we need to find a nearby location to start the order. Could you please provide a city or zip code?
Yeah, can you pick the Hayes Valley location?
I found the added.
Hey, actually, can you make that Greek style when you add it?
The black sheep sandwich has been added to your cart with the Greek style modification. Would you like to proceed to checkout?
There's actually 2 of them. Can you remove one?
I've removed one of the black sheep sandwiches, leaving only one in your cart. Is there anything else you'd like to add or do before checking it?
Yeah, can you just check out for me?
You are now at the checkout page. Please review your order details and proceed with the payment information to complete your order.
Yeah, can you just add a 10% tip and then place it?
The 10% tip has been added, but it seems the order has not been placed yet. Let me try to place the order again. The order has been placed successfully. You should be all set for pickup.
I'll have a video coming out soon where I'll show you how to use Claude and it controlling your computer to make it do things like find you the cheapest flights, etc. But at this point, there's a lot of different platforms and they all have their own use cases. Everything sounds more or less similar and the quality for each is just getting better. But the thing is, when you're doing a lot of phone calls, at this point, the Realtime API is super beta and way too expensive and experimental. So I would say do not use this, but I would highly recommend you to stay on top of it because randomly you'll see OpenAI maybe release something brand new and drop the cost significantly or maybe make some improvements. But I need to show you guys these. These are crazy because they're real things people have done with the Realtime API to make it actually useful for them and use it in like their own businesses and in real life to make things easier. So click this video here and check it out. It's literally a lot of use cases of how people actually use the Realtime API to do things in their business and make it useful and act like a virtual assistant for them. It's really cool.